Could you talk about some of your favorite callbacks and motifs and how they are used throughout the musical? Absolutely. So one of my favorite callbacks in Epic originates from a single melody that comes from the song Warrior of the Mind, and it's sung on the word mind. On the first chorus of Warrior of the Mind, when Athena sings the word mind, she sings it with a single straightforward note. Warrior of the Mind. Later, when young Odysseus sings along with her, he harmonizes with her on the word mind and adds his own little riff. The harmony shows their connection, and the riff demonstrates Odysseus' youthfulness and his excitement over having this new mentor. Later on in that same chorus, Athena sings the riff that was introduced to her by Odysseus, but she sings it in the regular placement of her note, which is the harmony of Odysseus' riff. So instead of her singing mind, she's singing mind. They both harmonize and riff together, symbolizing the strength of their bond, and also showing that Athena is kind of warming up to Odysseus since she kind of lets go of that straightforward mind in order to do that riff version, mind. But later on in My Goodbye, when they're fighting, near the end of the song, when Athena sings goodbye, she sings it with the melody that she got from harmonizing with Odysseus in Warrior of the Mind. This is my goodbye. But in the last time that she sings goodbye, she sings it in that straightforward note, showing her disconnect from Odysseus and her reverting to who she was before she met him. This is my goodbye. Fast forward years later, in the song We'll Be Fine, the duet between Telemachus and Athena, Athena is singing to Telemachus about his dad, Odysseus, but he doesn't know that. Athena sings a melody that is similar to the riff that Odysseus did with her in Warrior of the Mind. Maybe if I made a different call, if I made a different call, la 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 la. Not only that, but she's singing the harmony of what would be the Warrior of the Mind melody in this key. She is singing Odysseus's part. If I made a different call. She's singing that melody as opposed to this. If I made a different call, mind. She's singing Odysseus' part because she longs for their friendship and is still holding on to some of that youthful energy he had when they were friends. But then she goes back to singing her harmony, which she would be singing all the time if Odysseus was present to sing his harmony along with her. Maybe he'd be fine. But it goes further than this, because when Telemachus starts singing along, he starts off by singing Odysseus' harmony. So sonically, Telemachus is filling that friendship role that Athena longs for. But then when he gets to the part of, I don't think he'll mind, he is doing his own riff on the riff that Athena did, harmonizing with the riff that Odysseus made when he first heard Athena sing mind in a straight note. First he starts off by just adding little timing differences like mind, but then he starts adding these different notes, mind. But then at the end of the song, when he and Athena are singing at the same time, he sings a new harmony. Maybe to fall is to learn one way. Showing that all of these harmonies can coexist, just like the friendship between Odysseus and Athena. And Telemachus encourages Athena to go help her friend, not knowing that he's referring to his own dad. And the fact that Telemachus riffs on a melody that was just introduced to him is reminiscent of young Odysseus riffing on the melody that was introduced to him in Warrior of the Mind. Song 5, Warrior of the Mind. Athena sings the word mind with a straight tone. Warrior of the Mind. Later in Song 5, Odysseus sings a harmonized riff of this. Mind. Later in Song 5, Athena sings the riff with the harmonizing melody. Mind. Final chorus of Song 9, My Goodbye. Athena sings goodbye with the harmonized riff that she did with Odysseus from Warrior of the Mind. This is my goodbye. Final chorus of Song 9, Athena sings goodbye with a straight note, just like she did at the beginning. This is my goodbye. Many years later, Song 28, We'll Be Fine. Athena sings the harmonized riff that Odysseus used to sing. Maybe if I made a different call. Later in Song 28, Telemachus sings a harmonized riff on the word mind. I don't think he'll mind. Later in Song 28, Telemachus sings a new harmony showing that all the harmonies can coexist. Maybe to fall is to learn one way. And it all started from this one moment in Warrior of the Mind. Warrior of the Mind. And it brought us to this beautiful moment here, and we'll be fine. If not his friend, then mine. And what's so beautiful about the song We'll Be Fine is that the goddess of wisdom is getting advice, is getting wisdom from what is basically a kid. He's so naive and so youthful, but it is wisdom nonetheless. And it's one of my favorite moments in Epic.